Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is LDS Samoses YT, and I'm being pushed by a frog. Anyway, what you just saw was my first attempt at a time lapse. I have never tried this before, and so Playmod was a bit of a learning curve, not gonna lie. But I got through it, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out. Anyway, I have a lot that I want to show you. So, without any further ado, let's hop right in and see what I've been up to this week. Alright, so one of the bigger changes you may see is that I have shulker boxes out. You may be thinking, but LD, don't you stay very organized and keep clear of shulker boxes? Well, yes I do. These are very organized. They're just, my overflow. I have been collecting a lot of terracotta. Why, you may ask? Is it for a new project or anything? Nope. I just store them. Now, one of the big changes you may see is as we walk here. Yeah, so I decided that my house, or my new house, needed a wizard tower. This ties in extremely heavily into the lore. I won't go into too much detail. Alright, so it is time for story time with LD. My character is what is called an Oculite. We are also known as the Eye People. This civilization is the former inhabitants of the city. Currently, the Glosquilites live there, but they didn't always. What happened is, this building you see behind me, well, this is what's called the mana reactor. Our people were a people of magic. We had access to all manners of magic, and it was great. We lived happily, but we maybe lived a bit too ambitiously, because one day we were in a city council and we decided to create this thing. The mana reactor was supposed to take in the surrounding air and transform it into usable mana to power us so that we could use mana even more efficiently and without cost. But it went horribly wrong. When it first went into power, well, it seemed to be going alright. And then the casters who were in charge of keeping it stable while it was launching, well, they perished. As it turns out, this reactor was draining the life force to turn into mana instead of just regular particles. And so, even something as simple as a healing spell would nearly kill the caster. We had no choice but to evacuate. Except for me, I chose to stay. I was called the Mecha Wizard because I had always enjoyed creating automatons and other such mechanical wonders using magic. And so, as one versed in the mechanics of the natural world, I decided to stay and try to fix this. My people left me, but I remained. And oddly enough, the waters had always contained a race known as the Glosquilites. They were aquatic mer people per se, but they're not too bright. At least they weren't. But one day, while on a walk, they emerged and started trying to talk to me. I could not understand them. And then, somehow, I heard them in my mind. They started speaking. Turns out they can use telepathy, but not just to communicate words, but also to communicate ideas. And that's really how they talk. So now they live here with me, and so I'm not quite alone. But no, it's tough rebuilding a fallen civilization all on your own, especially when your other friends now have no idea about how to build. So it is what it is. But that said, that is why my Mecha Tower exists, why the Arcane Tower exists, though it is uninhabited, unusable. But yeah, that is a brief history of the Oculite tribe. Alright, so now that the lore has been explained, at least a part of it, now I'm going to give you a bit of an overview of what has been done thus far. So of course, we have the Mecha Tower, which is just part of my house. Then over here, we have the Grass Wizard's house. He was an eccentric little dude who was one of the last remaining citizens to leave before I was left alone. But he has a bit of an interesting story. So I'm gonna go right in. So this is what's supposed to be the overflow of bone meal, but there's not enough bone meal being produced quite yet. Anyways, this is honestly like my classic farm style. I haven't done one of these in a very long time because I usually do them when I'm playing on servers. But having a walkable farm is always my goal. I want it to just look nice, you know? And I actually have some plans for this one. So I'll explain a bit of the lore of this building. This is another one of the wizards. He was a bit over the top, shall we say, with his environmental mindset. Basically, he loved the environment so much that he used his magic to create an artifact that could spontaneously create this grassy substance, this moss. And well, when the civilization fell, or rather became unable to use magic, the relic still worked. But it can no longer work as it once did because it required an external stimulus. So he tore up the inside of his house, and with that he built this machine that is able to do what he was once able to do with his magic. Of course, using the relic. This is the moss source block. It's just a normal moss block, but for lore reasons. And basically, the plan is I'm gonna do like almost an interior of some, like just for example, a little kitchen in here. Basically, make it look like someone has just like shoved all of their stuff in like some random bits and places. The other side is gonna be the bedroom. And yeah, but that is the plan for this build. I also made a little soccer field over here because, you know, kids gotta have something to do. This was once a city, you know? And plus the adults love watching it too. They love playing it, but it's a bit small for the kids. Maybe it'll be a bigger one. Anyway, I have also continually made additions to my house. I have not finished it, of course, in any way, shape, or form. But I'm pretty happy with the layout. Actually, aside from any other miscellaneous tidy-ups around the base, this is just about everything I've done this week. So, with that, I think we're going to end off this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video or any part of it, please feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, or share with your friends. It all means a lot because it just means that you enjoyed the video that I spent a lot of effort making. So, and with that said, this has been LDS Moses YT, and I'm signing off. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.